All right, what is up, you guys? I'm not gonna lie, I'm actually pretty excited about this video here today because it's something that I'm pretty proud of, to be honest with you. Over the past like 5 years, man, I've been working like a dog, like working all throughout college, multiple jobs. Once I graduated, still working multiple jobs. Like I was doing anything I could to get my hands on money. And once I was done paying for school and paying off my loans, like everything I made either went to savings or to investing. Like if I had to guess, I probably spent about anywhere from 5 to maybe 10% of my income. Like I'm not even kidding. I was spending next to nothing. Um, and that's thanks to my parents, right? Like I was living with them all throughout college and for a few years after college while I paid off my student loans, which I did that within like 6 months of graduating. I was real aggressive with paying those off. But after that, I really had no expenses. I was saving everything. My parents didn't charge me for rent or food literally all I was paying for was probably my car insurance. Like I was lucky enough they were still even paying for my phone up until like a year or so ago. And I decided to start paying for my own just because I was like, I almost felt kind of bad. I was like, they have been paying for so much for me. They never charged me rent. They paid for my food. I was like, it's time for me to start like, being independent and taking care of my own stuff. So with all that being said, now that I'm out living on my own, I got my own place, I take care of all my bills, things are a little bit different. You know what I mean? Like the bills add up, especially like food, but, obviously rent is the biggest one, but, food's pretty expensive. All the miscellaneous things like, phone bill and utilities and all that kind of shit, subscriptions. So all that stuff adds up. And another part of that is your car. If you have a car, it can between the car payment and the insurance that can add up on a monthly basis. That could be anywhere from like $300 if you're lucky, all the way up to 1,000 or more. Like I know someone who just got a brand new truck. According to him, his car pay or his truck payment is like 600, and then his insurance is another like 600 on top of that. Which, to be honest, it's a brand new truck. I honestly think the car payment would be more, and I'm not convinced that it is only 600. I think it's even more, if I'm being totally honest. But that's not the point of this video. But I bring all that up to say that car payments can be expensive. I'm lucky, I guess you could say, but also I earned it. I paid off my car. That was another thing that I was paying off. So I own my car. I don't have a car payment, but I still have to pay for car insurance. And I pay my car insurance in full every 6 months rather than on a monthly basis because I get a discount on it. It drops my, I think I ran the numbers and it drops my car insurance monthly payment down like maybe like $30 a month or something like that, which in the grand scheme of things, over the course of 6 months, $30 a month, I'm saving almost $200. So it's worth it for me, in my opinion, to pay it in full to save that money. I understand that some people may not have the opportunity to do that. They don't have the hundreds of dollars it costs up front to pay for your car insurance in full. And that's okay. And I understand that, but I do. I'm pretty good about saving my money and I have the ability to do that. So that's how I choose to pay my car insurance. But with all that being said, the point of this video is not necessarily about car insurance. It's actually about a high yield savings account and how my high yield savings account just paid for my next 6 months of car insurance. So let's talk about this for a second. I have my emergency fund as well as some other savings accounts. And altogether, they pay me a decent amount of interest every month. It's not life changing money. I've talked about this in other videos, but it's something, right? So, what I planned to do and what I've done was all the money that I was bringing in interest every month from my high yield savings account, I was just setting it aside in the same account. So putting it into sort of a quote unquote separate bucket within the account. And I was just letting it sit there, and it was earning interest as well, right? Just sitting there earning interest. But every month when I got paid, I would just put it into this separate bucket, and then my car insurance came due this month in November. Now, normally what I would do is maybe every paycheck I would set some money aside, figure out the math of what it would cost to take care of my car insurance, and then maybe set some, a little bit of money aside every single paycheck. But my high yield savings account and the interest that I've earned from it is actually paying for my car insurance. And to be honest, when I realized that I could do that, like, it just felt like an amazing feeling because, you know, putting putting your money to work and allowing it to actually, you know, pay for things in life and fund your lifestyle, take care of expenses, like, it's something that I've literally been dreaming about for a long time. And while this is a small scale thing, right? It's just really my car insurance that's paid for. I hope one day that I can get to a point where my savings and my interest and my dividends can fund more things. Like maybe it'll fund my rent one day. And maybe one day it'll fund my entire lifestyle. Maybe I could quite literally live off of interest and dividends. But I just know, like, this is a taste of what I'm working towards. And the fact that my money that I've worked hard for and saved is now funding my car insurance off of interest, right? Like, I haven't touched the money that I saved. It's just the interest that I've earned from it that paid for my car insurance. And I'm just like, it's honestly kind of surreal. When I realized it, it was kind of surreal. But even as I'm making this video and saying it out loud, like, it's an awesome feeling. And I've worked really hard, and it took me a while to save up that much money. But now that I have it, and now that I've actually seen it take care of one of my expenses, like, that is literally money that I would have to taken out of investing or saving or, spending money. Like, I would have had to find that. It's hundreds of dollars. It wasn't over 1,000, but it was pretty close, I would say, relatively speaking. So, like, that's money that I would have had to find elsewhere in the budget. But because I saved my money and put it into a high yield savings account that pays me interest, I was quite literally able to pay for my car insurance for the next 6 months without touching any of my earned money, just because I've saved in the past. And it's an incredible feeling. It's pretty surreal. And I see my goals and my hard work materializing. And I know it's only going to get better. But I wanted to make this video for you guys to show you that, like, this shit doesn't happen overnight, man. I've been working since I was 12. I started investing at 16. I worked 2-3 jobs all throughout college, and then after college, I paid off my student loans and my car within like 6 months of getting them of getting my car or graduating college. Like, I was putting in a lot of work for a long time, but now I'm starting to see the results, and it feels amazing. Like, it feels really good. So I want this to be sort of, if nothing else, a motivational video and like a checkup with you guys to let you know, like, whatever it is you're working towards, whatever it is you're doing, just keep grinding, keep hustling, and you will see results at some point. It may not be today, it may not be tomorrow, it may not even be next year, but at some point, if you just work hard, keep your head down, and keep trying to move forward and better yourself, and you make conscious financial decisions, you will see positive results at some point. You will. It only makes mathematical sense. So that's it. That's all I wanted to talk to you guys today. I wanted to talk about, like, the big picture of personal finance, if you will. But I thought this was a fantastic example to prove that if you just work hard and you stick to it, you stick to the plan, like, you will see results and you will be successful. And this is an example for me personally. So I just felt like I had to share it with you guys, man. Like, I literally didn't have to pay for my car insurance because I saved my money. Like, that's the moral of the story. I saved my money so much that the interest from it paid for my car insurance. Incredible feeling, and I want this for you guys too. So that's it. That's all I got for you guys today, man. I appreciate you checking in as always. If you're new here, I post every Tuesday and Thursday at 3 p.m. Eastern time, and then on Saturdays at 10 a.m. Eastern time. I post all kinds of content about personal finance and, like, life experiences, all that kind of stuff. So if you like this kind of content, be sure to like, comment, and subscribe, and I'll catch you in the next one. Peace.